This is Father Ladies and gentlemen, first things first, all praise to the Most High. Without him, I wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't be here either. We have a customer, but that's okay. This is Father fucking... What time is it? It's 9:35 a.m. Wrestling. And we're back like a big old Cadillac. This is Father FKN Wrestling. I'm sorry about the disturbance. I am at work, but today we're doing a wrestling rant. And for the first time on Father Fucking Wrestling Podcast, we have a guest. I'm gonna let this man introduce himself.
I ain't got no intro, man. It's me. It's your boy Randy and my brother. We finna give y'all a wrestling rant today.
What you bitches want?
You heard this guy? His name is Randy, the man with no candy. Can you handle that, Jack? And we're actually just ranting on about a lot of things that happened in wrestling this week. Randy's Kobe, you know, he's mostly, we call him Kobe on this side. He's one of my best friends. I call him my brother. And he's very good at sports. So we're gonna get into The Undertaker has said that WWE told him that he was not needed on SmackDown's anniversary show, which premiered on Fox this last Friday.
Undertaker should have retired when he was 10-0 at WrestleMania.
Which I agree. Undertaker should have retired when he was 10-0 at WrestleMania. And they did let him get up to 20-0, and then it was the 20-1 and all of this. But my thing is, why do you think that they would tell...
Watched Undertaker when I was 5, man. Time for some new shit. I like him, though. I like him a lot.
Undertaker is actually the greatest. He's one of the greatest in-ring characters of all time. I can say that because the guy...
Goldberg was the greatest, but yeah. I'm saying.
One of the greatest, even though, you know, we're Goldberg guys. We're Goldberg guys, but, you know, one of the greatest in-ring characters. I can give Undertaker that because not just inside of the ring, but outside of the ring, he kept his persona a long time.
Oh, no, you know, his character lasted a long ass time, you feel me? Like, Undertaker never died. Undertaker was a timeless character, but, like, time move on. Like, he had, like, you know, they gotta do something else. Like, people get old. Like, what the fuck?
And moving on with that, I believe that the reason why they didn't have Undertaker on SmackDown this Friday was because they might have thought that they had enough star power there with Tyson Fury. And they had Cain Velasquez, who's a former UFC champion, actually defeated Brock Lesnar. So they believed that they had enough star power to the card to not have the Undertaker there. This is probably one of those things that Vince knew what he was doing. And
man, listen, I don't mean to cut you off, but bruh, they need to let that shit go. Real shit, bro. Look, anybody been wrestling before the internet don't need to be wrestling no more. Y'all did it. Y'all made y'all popularity without the internet.
So what you think they need to do?
Very fucking impressive.
So what you think they need to do?
Do do what the young company's doing. Make other stars stars.
What, like AEW, right?
And
Impact,
you know, like
ROH.
all the little young companies, little small companies, like they make a star out of nothing. Like Raw was that, then they gave up, and we just gonna ride the names out to the fucking bus out. It's over with though.
But
it's over with.
The SmackDown anniversary show, it drew 3,869 million views. I do believe that's because The Rock was there.
With The Rock.
Along with the Becky Lynch segment, and I'm just tired of it. I really don't like talking about WWE, but I'm trying to give them a chance. Okay, now we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to AEW's formerly known as Dean Ambrose, John Moxley. He didn't actually say that WWE's schedule was stupid, but he did refer to them as having a stupid schedule.
WCW.
And he said that WWE, basically the schedule that they have didn't make any sense, especially if he's in the new company, and the new company he getting paid better with insurance, and the schedule is doable. A lot of this seems to stem from Vince sticking his foot in his goddamn mouth a long time ago. He should have seized insurance for the wrestlers when he added on WCW. But what you think about Dean Ambrose? Were you able to really get into Dean Ambrose? You gotta give Randy a chance, because Randy's not really a wrestling fan like that. He is, but he like the old school wrestling, which a lot of the father fucking rights out there can agree with. That was the better era of wrestling, the Attitude Era, the WCW, the ECW. That's what we're mostly on, but we try to give you young guys a chance here on the Father Fucking Wrestling Podcast. But go on, Randy. What you think?
I think everybody on AEW did all right. You know, it ain't really nothing to really say right now, because it's like episode 1. I need episode 7, episode 13. Let me see how y'all doing, how y'all characters develop. Like, it's the first day, and everybody got the new toy disease right now. Hey, it's a new show, and it's on the hot network that's gonna, advertise the fuck out of that shit. Mm-hmm. You seen commercials of AEW coming to fucking TNT fucking months ahead of time, so you know people was ready to watch it.
They aired AEW commercials on Raw.
So wait till the big pop died down, and let's see how they maintain their real, whatever their core ratings is, whatever their core fans gonna be, to see how they maintain that and build from that. I never give day one. It's like, an album coming out, and the nigga sold such and such million albums on day one, and then fucking 6 weeks from now nobody don't give a fuck about his album. Like, let's see how AEW do. Give them a chance to really make a name for themselves.
Not a father fuck about the album.
They made a big splash though. They did. They shocked the world.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they drew 1.3 million views.
That's TV. That's not nobody bootlegging the show and shit like I did. Like, that's people who really just watch the show.
SmackDown barely drew 900,000. Barely. They barely touched it.
With The Rock?
I mean, sorry, not SmackDown. NXT.
Oh.
NXT. I'm sorry. SmackDown actually, like I said, drew 3.869 million.
That's Triple H show? The NXT, right?
NXT, yes.
Yeah, that's the dummy
Triple
show,
H.
man. That's just like them saying, you know what?
Baby.
You married into my family. You down with us. Here you go.
No.
Go do something.
That's Vince saying, I'm not going to let AEW make my baby look bad. It can make Triple H's baby look bad. That's what it was.
Triple H just like the little dummy show, like
Triple H.
test dummy.
Triple H is actually, if he coordinates everything on NXT from, let's say 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever NXT started, he's actually really good at what he does, and they built up a huge fan base streaming out of Full Sail University. I mean, While WWE Raw is in big arenas, seats are empty, viewership going down. The thing is, the point I'm trying to make is that Vince didn't want to go up against Cody. He didn't. He's not even going up against Cody right now in his eyes. In his eye, Paul Heyman, which is the executive producer of Raw, he, if anything, will be going up against AEW. Because like you say, we only, on the first show, in their first show, 1.3 million. That's what SmackDown got. So imagine in their second show if they get that. Or even if they get 2. AEW. That's competition. For Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, they need to stop. If anything, they need to just compete with Impact. Give Impact some competition. Impact need that. That's who I see, and they're bullshitting when they think.
You gotta look at it for what it is, though. It's an umbrella. All those shows is WWE. WWE is their own entity versus everybody else.
Exactly, and that's
the
why.
Problem is, what I see the problem is that being a boss, you delegate all responsibilities to other people. And I think Vince did that so much, he don't even give a fuck about what happened on Raw or SmackDown or NXT. He been really focused on getting his league running, the XFL.
He's overbooked.
So whatever
they have too many wrestlers.
Whatever going on at Raw, he don't really pay no mind to that shit.
They just basically shitted away 205 Live, and now added that.
I think Fox is gonna get a fire sale for the whole company.
Fox is gonna basically, like you said earlier when we was talking, I think Fox is gonna basically take over that. But moving on for that, last night, Hell in a Cell, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I will be watching Hell in a Cell later with my boys when I get home. Because they asked me, they said, Daddy, we know there's a pay-per-view going on, and you're gonna watch it with us. And I said, well,
that's how you give it to me.
You guys are very demanding, but that's actually a good demand, because I would actually like to watch it with them. I couldn't watch it by myself, but if they're intrigued with it, WWE, they, John Cena, Roman Reigns, they like them guys, so there's nothing I can do. So,
because they got the video game, man.
Exactly.
Wait till AEW, give them a couple months and they try to do their version of this shit. Like they WCW 2.0, like they finna really come out here to take over the show.
Which I would love to see the AEW video game. I can't wait to see that. But reportedly, last night at Hell in a Cell, during a Seth Rollins match with the Fiend Bray Wyatt, in a Hell in a Cell match, Seth Rollins grabbed the sledgehammer, hit Bray Wyatt with the sledgehammer, and they called disqualification.
You said DQ?
They called disqualification.
I thought it was no holds barred. And Hell in I thought it was no holds barred in Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, usually in a Hell in a Cell, it's supposed to be anything goes. We saw Mick Foley get thrown off the top of the cell back in the days. I forgot which year that was. I believe it was like 1998, something like that. But we saw Mick Foley get thrown off of a cage by The Undertaker. And you mean to tell me that there's disqualification in a Hell in a Cell match? We're gonna call this fatherfucking bullshit.
Fatherfucking bull.
And the reason why I'm calling it bullshit, as you saw, I didn't even explain this. Fans were walking out and chanting AEW, chanting refund. I'm gonna actually do another show later.
I want my money back.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of this because this deserves a little bit of clowning.
I want my money back. Hey Vince, who my money?
I'm gonna take all of the WWE.
I'm a dog 50 Cent. I need my money by Monday, bro.
I'm gonna take all of the WWE merchandise that I was thinking about buying, and I'm marking that off. I'm taking it off my buddy list, bitch. This is not gonna happen like this. How can you
fire sale the Fox? That's what it's leading up to, bro. Fox gonna be like, you know what? We can do this a little bit better.
I can't get it. I don't get it. Like, whose booking was that? Whose booking was it to? I can't even explain this to you right now, guys. We're gonna end this show with
WWE the Fox. We gonna be the new owner.
With Fox is buying WWE. This is Father fucking Wrestling,
and we out.
This is Father